going on Loose Screws News. We're just talking about babies in prison and things like that, man. It's like they want to industrialize the prison system even more and just put more cops in schools and more cops in schools where cops are not needed in school. Like literally, like what places we come from, a lot of us come from, there's no cops needed in school. There's no cops needed on every corner. That's literally yours and mine's tax dollars that are going to go to putting a school police in every school. There's a thing called Bill 33 that they want to put children in school in jail, literally. Like it's like a pipeline from school to jail. And that's all that having police in school can do. So I'm going to be going to a protest soon, and I just wanted to let some of the people on my channel know if they listen to this after I upload it, or if they're listening right now later, once people join, that yeah, I'm going to a protest on October 20th to protest police going into schools, because they want to make it a law that the school board is going to be in control of the government, and the government is going to be allowed to put police in every school throughout Canada, or throughout Ontario, Canada. We have 15 million people here, and our children are not bad. Our children do not need to be going to school and having a police officer there. Like, yes, if they want to come in once every month or so, hang out with the kids, maybe get whatever it's called, with the community, with the kids, build a relationship with the kids, and have the kids being good. That's great. But having a cop there all the day with our children is not safe. I would not recommend that for anybody to be around the cop more than they have to be. Like literally, if somebody did something wrong to you call the cops come, you report it, and then you make sure that you get away from that people, because then people are not safe. Their job relies on arresting people. And all they need is a little bit of reasonable grounds or probable cause or whatever it's called in your country to actually mess up a person's life forever. And teens and preteens and all that, they lip off pretty much. And how are these videos that you watch with cops? Well, you say the least thing to a cop and he freaks out, arrests you, abuses you, and tries to do all kinds of other crazy stuff to you. So do we want them people around our babies and our children? Do you want your children to go to school and to have to worry about the officer? When you're driving, okay guys, think about it. You're driving, right? You're in your car, you see a cop behind you on the side of the road up there. You know what I mean? And you're always thinking, did I do something wrong? What's going on? Your whole day is shot. Not your whole day, but your whole environment is shot, because you're like, oh my God, am I going to get pulled over? Am I doing something wrong? That cop is behind me. Oh my God, I'm minutes away from getting a ticket and my whole day is ruined. And do we want our children to actually be going through that every day on their way to school? Maybe they got something in their backpack, a little bit of something. They didn't have, they're experimenting on something or whatever it is. We don't want our kids to be paranoid from the police from day one. I'm going to go turn around here. The sun is going down almost. I just don't want to walk with the sun in my eyes because, yeah, I won't. It's called Bill 33, and there's a protest on the 20th, so I'm taking my car, my dad's car, I'm going up there, man, and, yeah, I'm protesting with some ladies. There was like 30 ladies at the protest near my house, and I bet there'll be a bunch of old ladies maybe. I'm not too sure what's going to go on, but I definitely don't want that happening. And the person who's in charge of Ontario, Canada, 15 million people, I got that guy's phone number. That guy gives his phone number out to everybody like you're not too smart. And I got it off of somebody. And I already talked to him about a couple things he's been doing. And me and him don't see eye to eye. So I'm hoping that everybody at this protest, I hope it's 1,000 people, I hope they all find his number on my phone somehow, and they all text him at the same time, man. Keep your hands off our children. Like, this guy, Doug Ford, his daughter is married to a cop. So the cops can never do wrong in this guy's eyes. Like, this guy is just a huge authoritarian tyrant. And now he wants to put the cops in the school with our children. That's just crazy. Hello, MAGA man. Protest that. I'm protesting that, man. That's a prison. That's a preschool to prison pipeline. Like, literally a preschool to prison pipeline. And I'm not going for that, man. Yes, I'm not going for that. I wish I would have known about the protest beforehand, because I would have went with those old ladies when it was closer to my house, right? But now it's going to be like 4-hour drive away, but I'm driving up there. I don't even care. I'll drive up there and I'll drive back on the same day. I'll live stream at the protest. So they're not going to care, because we're not even allowed to yell in Canada. Like, literally, if we yell while we're at a protest, we can be arrested. Like, it's in the criminal code in Canada under disturbing the peace. You can be arrested for singing loudly. If anybody wants to search it up after you leave my stream, or just leave my stream running in the background and then go search it up. Disturbing the peace in Canada, you can be charged for screaming, swearing in public loudly, and even singing loudly. I guess they put singing in there because the religious people used to go and protest outside of abortion clinics, and they used to sing their kumbayas and stuff. Hello, Jesus, and stop chopping up your infants, whatever, right? So they were doing all that outside the abortion clinic, so I think they made that illegal too, like the singing. Like, you can't even protest your government in Canada. Really, really horrible. Yo, what's going on in my bay? Oh, what's going on, brother? How you doing, Ricardo? Liverpool, I love football, my friend. This is Verner, Ontario, Canada. Loch the Snake, what's going on? There must be something there. Sorry, guys, I forgot my glasses at home, man. I'll read all this, but I'm just going to go on the walk and continue talking, 'cause I'll lose my train of thought. So, yeah, I'm hoping there's thousands of people at that protest. Like, who wants police in their schools? There's an elementary school up here, and I'm going to go shoot just like a little news story. Like, you know what I mean? Just for my channel before I go to the protest. And I'm just going to be like, hey, I'm going here, da-da-da-da. And I just want to stand out front of a school, because it's a thing about school with police, you know what I mean? So I called just to see if they had anything scheduled Friday after school, because I wanted to do it yesterday. And the principal's like, I never heard of that law. She's like, what do you mean they want to put a police in every school? I'm like, yeah, they want to put a police in every frickin' school in Ontario, Canada. She's like, well, yeah, we already got a police officer. He comes and he talks to the kids about predators online. He talks to them about safety this. And she's like, he comes twice a year. And she's like, we already got that. And I'm like, no, ma'am. I'm like, they're literally going to put an officer at your school full time. And she's like, we don't need a cop here. She said, what do you mean? Like, we live in a city of 1,000 people, 300 houses. And she's like, this is ridiculous. And then she thought I was lying, maybe. And she actually Googled it. And she's like, I've got the story up. She's like, I can't tell you not to shoot your story. She's like, it's public property, the sidewalk. And I'm like, but I just don't want nobody calling the cops because somebody's sitting there with a tripod and a video camera at a school. You know what I mean? Even if it's Friday night after the kids are gone. You know what I mean? I just didn't want it. Maybe the principal's in there doing stuff afterwards and calls the cops. So I just wanted to make sure that they knew I was going. But I'm glad I talked to her anyways, because it reinforces that I know even the teachers and the principals don't want that going on. Nobody wants their children around police officers. Only 1%, let me tell you guys, only 1% of police officers are ever found guilty of the crimes they do. Would you want to ever be around anyone who's only held accountable 1% of the time they're caught? Ask yourself that. Imagine what kind of superiority complex you must get knowing that only 1% of the time that you ever do anything wrong criminally, that you will be held accountable. Then, in that cocktail, mix in that you're going to get the lightest sentence possible. On top of that, if you're found guilty, only 1% are found guilty, you will be given the lightest sentence possible. What kind of superiority complex would I have? Well, exactly what they have. Exactly what you see on camera every time you look at one of these videos of a cop abusing a citizen. That, just extrapolate that to the kids, or the kids are just too scared. That's why if you're looking at the thumbnail, or you probably haven't because you scrolled in, but the thumbnail of this video has a child in front of a metal detector with a police officer, and the sign says scanning for dissent. All right, scanning for dissent, dissent, right? Dissent is like dissenting your government. So they're scanning for dissenters and people that will go against the system right at the school, so they can just stick the boot on the neck of the children right from day one. I couldn't. I used to go to school, and I was born in the 70s at some time, and during the 80s I was in school, and I remember as a child they had dogs coming through and sniffing our lockers, and that's a lasting impact that had on me forever. It's still a lasting impact till today, and they only used to bring those dogs in once in a while, and they arrested one of my friends, 12, 13 years old, had something to smoke in his locker, and arrested him. Imagine what that's what's going to happen. I'm not even lying to you guys. That used to happen back in the 80s in Canada for safety, right? The war on drugs, right? Wasn't a war on drugs just to keep people working in the jail system. It's to keep the poor down. They knew they were never going to go to that school and find drugs in the locker of a rich kid. They knew what they were doing. They knew who they were going after. Like, they probably didn't even sniff the rich kids' lockers. Like, they used to assign us our lockers, right? They used to assign us our lockers, so who knows what they were assigning. All the poor kids go down here so the dog can sniff it real quick. And that's what's going to happen with police in schools. When police are in schools, the poor people get it. The minorities get it. Right? It's not the rich white kids that remind them of Jimmy. He reminds me of Jimmy. Like, literally, I'll tell you a story, okay? I was dating a black girl, African American. I don't know what the right term is anymore. I don't care. There was a girl I was dating, and I was awesome. She was a good girl, and her little brother got beat up at school by an older kid. Her little brother was 12. The kid was 15. But the kid was a little white kid, Meekin or Meek, some little name that's all familiar with all the white people throughout the world. I'm a white person, so don't worry. So the kid got hit, the little black kid, right? The big guy smacked him, and the little kid smacked him back instantly. My little guy, Azari, his name's Azari. Anyways, Azari just slapped him back right away. Whop! Right? Just instant reflex, you know what I mean? And then the big boy, the big bully 15-year-old just beat up on the 12-year-old and sent the 12-year-old to the hospital. So I get to the hospital because nobody's answering the phone for the parents and everything, right? So eventually they get my number somehow from the school and call me. So I get there, and the police is like, that was a mutual combat. And then I looked at the police and I said, what, mutual combat? I said, that big white boy just beat up on this little black boy. And then I looked at the teacher that was still in the hospital with with this kid Azari, and I was like, yo, I was like, ma'am, if somebody came up on the street on you and started hitting you and stuff, and you smacked the person back with the purse, do you consider that mutual combat? It's not mutual combat. And I asked the kid right away, I said, hey, I said, Azari, I said, what happened? He slapped you, and then what did you do? He said, I slapped him back right away. I was like, and then I looked at the cop. I was like, I was like, because that kid Meekin reminds you of your little nephew. So now this little black kid is wrong because he's only 12 years old. I don't even care, man. Look, the kid's 12 and he's 15. Like, something should happen to that kid. Maybe not jail, but not just mutual combat so it makes the kid just walk away and go beat up some other little 12-year-old, right? I'm not advocating for jail for the kid, but the moral of the story is that you put a policeman in jail, and the policeman is a policeman in school, and the policeman is going to pick on the kids who don't remind him of him, right? And another thing I'm going to tell you, them policemen that are in the courthouses, that are in the police station while all the other police are out on the beat and doing their job, the police that they send to the schools, the police that they can't trust on the street with the citizens, those are the ones that are at the school. They're at the school because God knows you would never abuse a child. They're at the courthouse because if they abuse one of the inmates in the cells downstairs, they're going to get away with it. They're not a liability to the corporation, right? They don't want to fire their friends, but they also don't want to have their friends be a liability to the corporation, right? So they take these liabilities and they put them at the court, they put them at the school. Oh, we need a school officer, and we need somebody at the station to bring the person in and do the fingerprints, and we need somebody for desk jobs. And a lot of these people that have abused citizens, they're internal affairs agents. Yeah, man, they're internal affairs agents, this and that. They take them off the street, they put them in the desk jobs so they can't abuse the citizens no more, and can't be, not that they can't abuse the citizens, they don't care about that. They care about the liability to the corporation. You see, the liability to the corporation, it's the mayor pays for the budget of the police. The mayor is in charge of the police chief. He can just, boom, you're gone, right? So it's all comes up to the mayor. And, yeah, it's just wicked, wicked system that these policemen, the mayor is the one who has the shoestring budget or the purse string or whatever it is. So the mayor, if the cops get too out of control and the chief isn't making sure there's no liability, well, the chief is going to get fired. You know what I mean? Those cops are still going to be unionized and on their desk job, right? So it's up to the chief to take those bad apples and find them desk jobs or a job at the school, terrorizing our children. That's just craziness. Just craziness, like a pipeline from preschool to prison. So yeah, that's why the sign says scanning for dissenters. That's exactly what it is. It's to keep the kids down. I could not imagine, like I said, imagine going to school every day knowing a cop is there. Knowing that at any moment, any one of your little mistakes or one of your friends can just run up to the cop who's mad at you, doesn't have a chance to cool down, and just snitch on you for some small little thing. Oh, you talked to Becky, now I'm mad at you. I'm going to tell the cops you got a quarter ounce of bud in your locker, you know? Or the cop is probably just sniffing lockers. He's probably sniffing lockers, sniffing for panties and sniffing for drugs. But mostly he's probably sniffing for panties. Like, I'm going to tell you guys right now, you probably might have been here earlier, but 1.56% of the Toronto police services, okay, Toronto's a big city, we're in Canada, only 1.5% of their officers are ever found guilty of any SA assaults, you know, the touching women assaults. Only 1.5% are ever found guilty. So we'll say out of 1,000, that's only 15 officers that are ever found guilty when a woman or a man accuses them of SA. Now you tell me you trust them people around your kids? There is no statistic in the world that not only 1% of plumbers are guilty of SA. I bet you 50% of plumbers who get accused get convicted of SA. I bet you if you're a carpenter, you don't get a 1% conviction rate for SA. That we're supposed to trust them people around our children? That's freaking insane, man. That's an exercise in stupidness that I just got to go protest against. Sorry, I don't read the chats. I bet you 100 people ask, where am I? I'm in Northern Ontario, Canada. I'm in a little city called Verner, Ontario. There's only 1,000 people, and I'm on an old highway. I'll let you go to the sign right here. This is the old Highway 17. And Highway 17 is the Trans-Canada Highway. It goes all the way across Canada, I think. Well, that's why it's named Trans-Canada, probably. And this is the old highway right here. The new highway is that way, but I've never really been over this way for a long time. I know somebody has some funky animals over here and some cages and stuff. But yeah, man, this guy's got a nice property. I got yelled at today for filming in a guy's yard today on one of my live streams in the morning. Gosh, that was horrible. The guy just started screaming at me for nothing. I'm just taping like his neighbor's shed that burnt down. And this guy's like, what are you doing in the yard? And I'm like, just videotaping that, man. You can see what I'm doing. I got this big stupid gimbal and my dog and and like there ain't no fences or nothing. Like, give it up, dude. I'm like, you can just ask me not to come on your property. Can you not come on my property? I'm like, well, you don't even have to yell. I was like, you can just be like human about it. You know what I mean? Like, just say, hey, man, I don't appreciate that and da-da-da. Like, the guy sees me walk by with my camera all the time. He knows his neighbor's shed burnt down. He knows we only got 1,000 people in this city. He knows that's the most excitement we're probably going to have for like 3 years. Like, fucking idiot. There's always somebody wants a problem, man. Well, I didn't treat him like that. I'm just telling you guys what I thought about him afterwards. Well, I guess all those animals were right there. But they must have sold the property. They were all in cages right there. I don't know what they were. I wanted to check them out there. But I guess they sold the property and that's it. All those animals are gone. Or maybe they just ate them and took all the cages away. Well, I'm going to turn around soon, guys, because I think this is the last house. And after this, there's probably ghosts and goblins. Ghosts and goblins. Things go bump in the night. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody okay? I'm just enjoying my freaking life, man. I just want to go past this bank of trees right here. Just look at the last of this sunset. I don't know what it's called. It's about, I think it's something called half an hour after sunset. There's a name to it anyways. I forget what the name's called. If somebody could Google it, put it in the chat. That'd be great. I'll read it later. Or maybe I'll just stop being lazy and I'll Google it myself once I let you beautiful people go. Oh, this is so beautiful, so relaxing, guys. Thanks for being here, man. I really wish I would have brought... Oh, here. I wish I would have brought my glasses. I thought that was going on in the tree right there. I thought something was in the tree. I was like, whoa, what the fudge? That's just a small formation of Canada geese. I've seen some big formations, and they're going the wrong way. They're supposed to be going that way. What the heck is going on? They're lost. They're lost, guys, kind of like me if I go too much farther. No, I'm just joking. There's only one road in this small little town, my friends. Let me turn around, man. Let me say hi to you guys. Hold on. Boom. What's going on, my friends? Yes, life is great up in this place, man. I just love my life, man. I want to come out to live where, like this guy right here, man, nobody within like fucking 200, 300, 1,000 yards. Man, this guy's got like 1,000 yard space, man. I could play my music, nobody could complain and stuff. Thanks for being here, guys. I look normal. I look normal. My life is good. Your life is good. We're all good. We're all beautiful, man. Beautiful people, man. Beautiful, beautiful people, man. Thanks for being here, guys. Oh, sorry, my first day with my gimbal. Beautiful fall day, guys. All the trees are turning. All the leaves are falling. Oh my God, it's going to be winter again soon, and I'm going to miss you guys, man. No, actually, I'm going to be taking my walks in the wintertime. There's a river over here, and the sun, it rises right on the where the river crests, where there's a bridge, and all the snowmobile drivers pack down the river, so it's safe for me to walk on, I hope. But if it's not, oh well. Man, for this 30,000 views, man, I'll walk on the moon. I'll walk on the moon for you guys. I'll do a Michael Jackson. Thriller, thriller night. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to that protest on the 20th, guys. We're going to be live streaming throughout the whole city I go to, and it's the biggest city in Canada. And I'm going to live stream throughout the morning and just get a big crowd going with me till we get there. And then once we get there, let's rock and roll, guys. We're going to protest silently about 300 miles away from the spot that we are angry at. And that's how it's done in Canada. Well, I've seen that's how it's done in some places in the United States too. They have little protest zones. Like, oh, you're protesting that person and you're protesting that person, so yours herded into that zone way over there, and then you're herded into that zone right over there, and nobody can hear each other or see each other, and okay, have fun protesting. It's not protesting. You're not allowed to hurt somebody's feelings. Like, come on. That's what a protest is for, is to hurt the other person's feelings. Maybe get them to change the way they're thinking. Right? So, definitely you don't want people to stay home and not protest. That's when things get dangerous, my friends. When you don't hear people, like when you hear Loose Screws News go silent, then you know something's up. when I stop going and shouting and raising my cardboard sign, then you know something else is up. Right? So, and that's what I mean. You don't want people to go silent. You want people to be talking like this. You want them to share their views. You want to know what other people are thinking. You want to actually try to understand what they're thinking. Right? Even throughout like genocides in the world, you want to understand what the other people were thinking. So you have to be in their footsteps. You don't have to agree with what they did, but you want to relate with what they did. Where did they come from? How did it get here? You know, whether that's the Ku Klux Klan with the bed sheets over them, or the Antifa with whatever is going on, or whether that's the left or the right. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you want to understand where they're forming their opinion and their life views from. What trauma were they through? What religion? What is going on within their society or their mental state that is making them do whatever they're doing or thinking whatever they're thinking? If you don't get in Charlie Kirk's shoes and understand where he's saying all his things from, or you don't get into the other guy's shoes on the other side, like I don't know, just Charlie Kirk I know from whatever happened, but I think there's some guy named Hassan. He's on the other side there. I don't really know what these sides are, these people. Anyways, I don't get involved. But you know what I mean? If you don't know where they're coming from and why their views are that way, then you need to. And it's not like you're just agreeing with way or anything, but you're just trying to understand where they're coming from, okay? Like, let me think about a situation where you have to understand where the person's coming from. There's just lots of things that happen out there, like just everything. You always have to understand what is making the other person click. Not that their opinion is different than yours. Why is their opinion different than yours? There's about 100 trolls in my chat right now, and I'm going to ask you guys, right? If we all live just like you, because there's somebody in here telling me how to live my life right now. If we all lived just like you, and we did whatever you did from we woke up till we went to bed, would our lives be perfect? Would everything be perfect? Would the world be running smoothly if everybody did the same thing you were doing? And then they're all going to answer yes, because they're all narcissistic and they all think that the world revolves around them because we see the world through our own two eyes, right? So the whole world revolves around me, the universe, and everything in it. Because why wouldn't I? Wake up, I open my two eyes, and the only thing I see is from my two eyes. So it's my perspective, right? So, yeah, so these people think because they wake up and only see the world from their eyes, and they're not really looking at what the other side is thinking or how the other side got to thinking that way. Well, my friend, you are delusional. Because if you want everybody just to dress like you, walk like you, talk like you, and be you, and you think the world is just going to be some kind of like utopian paradise, you're sadly mistaken. It's going to be boring as shit. You're on the internet trolling me while I'm living my best life. You're inside being miserable and telling me that I've lived my life wrong. But it's okay, my friends. Take it back. Say sorry. You're done. You're done. You're done too. And you're done. Yes, you're done. That's it. Take it back. Say sorry. You're mean. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I had a guy yesterday tell me I should lay down in front of the tracks. Yesterday morning, or maybe even this morning. No, yesterday morning when I was doing the sunrise. I do the sunrise in the morning, guys. Just beautiful. The later on it gets into the winter time, the less pollutants there is in the air, and the clearer that the sunrise and sunsets get, and the more colors and the more vibrant they get. So they're some of the best ones around here, man. Like, I've never seen sunrise and sunset like this. I've been in lots of countries and I wake up early every day. Yeah. This guy built a house here. I'm not going to go on his property. I'm not going to try. But he built this house right here, boom. Fucking brand new. All right by the river and shit. Let me zoom in. Boom. I'm not stealing nothing, guys. Don't call the cops. Big property, nice. All right by the river here. There's a river down there. So beautiful, man. This guy, he had to put in all his own hydro poles in. He had to pay the power people to come in and put like 5 poles in to take him from like the city power to reach all the way out here. I heard it was a bag of money, man. You think just putting a pole in the ground and strapping a couple wires to it is simple. Well, I heard it was a big bag of money, man. Big bag of money, but very nice property. I walk down here in the morning, I see the bus come, picks up the kids. Wife is great looking. She looked okay. They were wondering what I was doing. One day I was walking by with my dog, staring over at the house, doing a live stream. She come running up to check on her kids because she had her kids over by the road waiting for the bus. Because like literally nobody comes down this road, right? When she came up, she seen it was me. She's like, oh, I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with my stream and with my content. There's only like a handful of cops up here and a handful of bad city councilors, mayors, and a whole bunch of brown water we have to drink. And that's what got me into my activism. That my videos that I'm releasing are pretty much old videos I had from just interactions with police falsely accusing me of stuff. and me going to court and beating all the charges and subpoenaing cops and subpoenaing prosecutors and holding cops accountable for their lies and their treachery. And then eventually I went to protest some brown water in my city that I bought a house in, and the cops came at me again. So I said, I gotta film these people. They're so treacherous and so villainous and so just tormenting the civilian population to gain unlawful demands. Like, they're just full of unlawful demands, man. And then they sent all kinds of like code enforcement to my house, and then they sent the building inspector to my house, and the fire marshal, and then they sent the electrical person to my house. And I told them all, just give me whatever it is that gets me into court. Give me the ticket, give me the summons, give me the fine, give me the notice, and I'll see you at court. And they all just walked away. And it's like, I don't recommend you do that. I'm not giving you legal advice, but I knew that they had nothing on me, so I wasn't really gonna let them pressure me into doing what they wanted me to do. So, and the government should never do that, and they should never use lawfare on citizens. Mostly citizens with grade 6 educations, because they're acting like they only got grade 5, because I beat them every time. And I always rub it in their face. In every email after I beat them, I like, I got my grade 6, eh? And I just took you out. Shoo, took you out. Shoo, took you out. Took you out. Not literally, but these are figurative explosions. Right? So, yeah, and it's the government, man. Like, it's really, really hard to fight the government, so I don't recommend it to anybody. Like, I'm on a disability, I got nothing to lose. Well, I got my house to lose, but I don't even care. I'm happy in a tent. But I don't have work, right? So you get a ticket or some kind of bull crap like that, you're going to have to miss 1, 2 days, 3 days work, get a lawyer, whatever it is. You get a criminal charge that for butthurt feeling from a cop, and then you got to go spend how many days in court? $100,000 in lawyer, or you just say, okay, I'm going to plead guilty and give me 6 months probation or something when I'm not even guilty, right? We're in Verner, Ontario, Canada, folks. There's 1,000 people here. Very peaceful, abandoned community. I'm in an abandoned French community in Ontario, Canada, folks. No, it's not abandoned, but a lot of people on my chats when I'm walking in the morning or at nighttime, we don't see not even one person, and they're like, are you living in an abandoned town? Like, it feels like it, man. And that's good. I like that. That's my peace of mind right here, man. And the cops came up, whole SWAT team down my road, 2, 3 times, like 6, 7 cop cars down my road for nothing. False charges me, and the whole community sees the false charging. Well, they don't see 18 months later when I beat all the false charging. But luckily, some people will read paperwork. Luckily, some of them know how to read and still trust me and stuff. But I've got this police station trained. I've got them trained to respect me and not to harass me. They think I'm a little tricky, so they pull out their cameras when I come around. And now they're getting body cameras too. And they got in-car cameras and dash cameras because of me. They picked me up on a corner over here and bear hugged me and threw me back in the back of the car. And I don't know how maybe he hit me, or maybe when they slammed the car door, it hit my head. I don't know how I lost consciousness. I just know something hit me, is what I told the internal affairs. But like, my recollection isn't there. You know how they say that? I can't fully recollect. And I didn't find the guy guilty, and then they think that I was lying in the back of the cop car, that he hit me, and then this and that. So if you watch my videos, and you see how they're pulling out cell phones on me, and you think they don't trust me, they think I'm full of games, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But a cop falsely arrested me and slammed me in the car, picked me up off the feet, slammed me unconscious, And then I told them I did drugs because they didn't search me properly, and that I was overdosing and da 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 da, doing convulsions in the cell, and they said I was faking, but they didn't call an ambulance, and they got in massive trouble for that. The chief of police from that area got sent away, but you see, the chief of police are not in unions. All the officers are in the union. So the chief of police, when something happens and you see the chief of police get taken out of a police station, that is because the police officers themselves are unionized and they've got that job security. Your supervisor at work, like if you're in a union, I've been in a union, supervisor at work, he's not unionized. Well, it wasn't in my work, so they were always the first one to go if anybody messed up. Anyways, thanks for walking with me today, guys. I can't even see crap, man. Wish I could see this because it says 3 million people are watching me. Oh no, I'm squinting. It says maybe 200. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for the conversation and stuff. So I was on a live stream this morning with my dog. Okay. A cop comes around that corner down there, 1 block away. I'm about where that church is, okay? Let me show you. I'm where that church is over there. See that church over there? There's the steeple, there's the people. I'm at that church over there. I'm staring down here. I see something flash and go by on that street. I'm like, that's a cop. I pick up my dog. I start walking with my dog because I ain't got a leash on her. And by the time the cop gets down there, boom, it's the cop, man. That live stream is on from this morning. Got 30,000 people watching me walking this morning. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise. But I tagged the moment that I seen the cop, and I'm far. I'm 5, 6 blocks away, 5, 6, 8 blocks away, and I just glanced at the door, like the decal on the door somehow. And I don't know how I seen it, man. And I'm like, that can't be the cop. And then I didn't read the chat yet. I didn't read back the chat, but I'm sure people are like, holy shit, how did you see that, man? It's freaking amazing. But I see them freaking guys, man. And that's where the chat was started today. Oh yeah, all about cops in schools. Yeah, they want to put our children in prison a year early, man. They want to criminalize our children early. That is very sickening. I don't believe that they want to go there and build relationships with our children. That's not happening, guys. You give them people an inch and they take a mile, man. That's what abusers do. Okay, guys, abusers, when you give them an inch, they take a mile. See, most of us are givers, right? In life, we like to give. I love to give. I love to help. I love to give, but I don't have a limit. And I wish I had a limit, guys. Guys, I wish I had a limit. Then I wouldn't have to cut everybody off in life. But me, I have no limit in giving. I'll give and give and give and give and give. And people will take advantage of it. And so if you're a giver, you have to cut people off because people that are takers, let me tell you again, takers have no limit. Givers have no limit. They'll give and give the shirt off their back. And it's the same with a taker. A taker has no limit. Their only limit is when you get away from them and stop letting them take advantage of you. So you see these cops in the school system. This is amazing. It just clicked in. That's why I like going for walks. We gave them an inch. Where I come from, we gave them an inch. We put a cop in each school, and 2 times a year, they show up at the school and they talk to the kids about safety on the computer, and is anything going on at home? And so we have an outlet for them to talk to our children already. We gave them an inch. But now they want to put a cop in every school. Now they're getting them half a mile, right? We gave them an inch. Now they're stepping in for a half a mile of our territory, right? So what comes after the cop in the school? Well, it comes to the metal detectors, right? So let's put some metal detectors in the school. How about a little bit of dog action sniffing our children? What about the cop in the washroom wondering if they're doing something, right? See how you give an abuser an inch and an abuser will take a mile. And so if you're a giver, my advice to you today, I'm going to give everybody a little bit of advice that I just said. If you're a giver, if you just came into this room and you have no limits on your giving, please get away from takers. They are bringing you down. The takers are taking all your energy. They are energy vampires, right? Your happiness, them stealing your happiness and your future is beneficial to them. They live off of that. That is the energy they live off of. Their lives are so miserable. Their lives are so miserable that when they see somebody who's happy, they cannot handle that happiness. You might see it within a family member or somebody you think is a friend, or you might see it later if you don't see it now. You might see it after this conversation. But yeah, you'll see that once you have, people should be clapping for your wins. You'll know your friends when they're clapping for your wins, right? Do you hear anyone clapping? Right? So I'm a big giver and I have to cut the whole world off because most people are takers, right? So if you're that person, and I know a lot of you that are listening right now probably have a lot of common sense or are trying to build that common sense by listening to people they think have common sense or people they can relate to, right? So yeah, make sure you get rid of all them takers out of your life, man. Concentrate on yourself, man. And don't let them get you mad. There's two things you can get mad at in this world. Things you can change and things you can't change. All right? There's no reason to get mad at something you can change. You don't like brown hair and you want blonde hair, go change it. You ate a little bit too much muffins this winter, and go change it, right? If there's things you can't change, don't get mad at it. Why are you going to give your energy away? That's just giving your energy away to the things you can't change, right? So it's your energy, it's your anger, it's your emotional fortitude that you have to build up to strengthen it against these energy vampires that are going to come in and out of your life looking for that energy. Like they're going to swoop in, take that energy from you. You're going to not sleep at night. You're not going to eat at night. You're going to have anxiety, depression, and they're going to be at home scrolling through YouTube, trolling somebody like the guys in my troll section, in my chat right now, right? They're going to live off of your energy. I don't give it to them. One guy almost got my energy in my chat. He said, because I'm on a disability, that I don't have an opinion. I don't get to have an opinion or a say with my government or nothing. I'm like, are you even joking me? And he almost got me. He almost got me, guys, but I'm not going to let him get me. I'm almost home for my friends. So I appreciate the walk today. I can't go for a whole hour because my neighbors were watching my dog. And I'm wearing this dang winter jacket, and it's not even that hot today. It was, that cold. It was so cold this morning. I thought for sure this afternoon it would, tonight it would be a little bit chilly, but man, I'm starting to sweat. Places I didn't even know I could sweat. Just beautiful here, guys. Like, I just love it. Like I said, it just seems like a ghost town here. You know what I mean? There's a house for sale over here, 349,000 Canadian dollars. It's on the market right now on realtor.ca. Realtor.ca, Verner, Ontario. And it's 59 Principal Street. Right here. That house right there. That's for sale. It's on the internet right now for $349. Big backyard. Big, huge backyard. Garage. $349, 349,000 Canadian. It looks like it's 2 floors. That's on realtor.ca. Verner, Ontario. Verner, Verner, Ontario. On Principal Street. Ncipal, I think. Principal. It's all French up here. Every street corner is French. Every street is named French. Every store. Literally, like, I tried to get a job at the gas station and I don't speak French, so there was no luck. I just wanted something to do on the in the wintertime. I don't just harass police. I actually like to do things and be productive. Principal Street West. I just heard my dog go, Mama! I think I heard my dog, or maybe it was somebody else's dog. Oh, shit. Oh, Mama, Mika, come here. I heard my dog. Maybe the neighbor let my dog come home. Oh, there she is. My dog's waiting at home for me. I didn't even tell my neighbor I left. So it's a good dog. That's a good dog. I should have told everybody I left. What? Where did everybody go? Where did everybody go? Hey, Mama, you want to go play with the ball? Come on. Let's go play with the ball. Ooh. Oh, I see. Because I left the screen door open. She ran in the house. Yeah. What's going on?
Oh, it was you.
What is going on?
I saw her go.
Yeah.
Where the hell is she going?
She coming with me. Here. Thanks for looking, man. I went for a walk. I should have told you guys I left.
I thought you were still in your house.
No, I went for a walk with.
In the house.
Yeah.
And then she came running back out.
Well, I think she probably heard me. Yeah. Coming back. She just went in now?
Eh?
She was just in there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.